Hey,
Hello, Harold. How are you?
I'm good. Feeling better?
Much better, much better.
Is it mostly difficult breathing?
Not really, not
No.
really, but I find them out of breath a lot.
Oh
And,
gosh.
but well, it's okay. It's coming back.
The first time you had it?
Second time,
A second time. Uh-huh.
but I don't remember it being this bad.
Oh boy.
Well, not, but I think everybody's got some issue out there. A lot of influenza and
Oh, influenza. Yeah, I know there's that, but COVID, I wasn't aware. Okay.
small percentage. All right, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi, Abe. How are you
right,
feeling?
much better. Every day's
Okay.
better.
Baruch Hashem. Can you smell?
Sorry.
Can you smell?
Your sense of
I
smell.
don't know. I don't know. I haven't taken a shower in 4 weeks. I don't know.
No, I didn't ask if you smell. I
Do you
said,
stink?
can you smell?
Oh,
That's one
uh,
of the COVID.
I think I can. I don't know.
Okay. All
Take
right.
too much.
Nun Hey, 55. Tanya
55.
Kobasi, Rav Zachar ben Tesha Shalom Yom Echad, a 9-year-old boy, Habal Behema, who has relations with a behema, Ben Kedarka, Ben Shalom Kedarka, whether it's normal relations or anal, that's Shalom Kedarka. Isha Maviyasa Behema Lea Ben Kedarka, Ben Shalom Kedarka. A woman who brings a male animal, whether Kedarka, Shalom Kedarka, Chayiv. Chayiv means the animal would be put to death. I mean, the child would not, the 10-year-old boy would not, but his bia is a halachic bia, so the animal would be put to death. Of course, the Isha would be put to death as well if she's above 12. Dorish Rav Nachman bar Rav Chizda be'isha shnei mishkavos. By a woman, you get punished whether you have relations kedarka or shelo kedarka. But by behema, there's only bedark. There's no anal. It's always kedarka. Muscular of papa adrab isha de orchahi. It's normal to have relations with a woman. So then amishkav mechayev. So you should only really be chayiv for regular relations. Amedim achrina lo mechayev. But on other, but behema de lavorcha, it's not normal for humans to have relations with animals. So the chayiv alel kol neka v'neka. Then I understand you should be chayiv for each orifice. But Tanya, the law ketarvayu. The brisa will not be like either the cases we brought. The brisa is Zochar ben Tesha Shon of Yom Echad Abal Behema Ben Kedarka Ben Shelo Kedarka. A 9-year-old boy who has relations with an animal. V'Aisha Maviyasa Behema Le Ben Kedarka Ben Shelo Kedarka Chayiv in either way. There's no difference between an Isha Behema. Both Kedarka and Shelo Kedarka you're Chayiv. Arma Ravina Larava. Hama'ara. Ma'ara is not full penile penetration, but just sort of the tip is inserted by homosexuality. B'zochar ma'u. Hama'ara b'zochar. What do you mean? Alo mishkavei isha ksiv bei. It's the same as a woman, and so if you have bia with a woman, even not full penetration, just ha'ara, you already chayiv. It's going to be the same with homosexuality. So the shaila is hama'ara behema ma'u. What if this partial penetration was made by an animal? Made with an animal. Amr lo. Imenu inin la'ara deksiva. If the ha'ara written by Gabi Achoy Safi V'achas Imo, where it says ki eshe'ero he'era, delot tzricha, we don't need it over there. Ta'ishkish la'ara benida. All arayats are compared to nida, where it says ha'ara as well. So if it's not needed by Achos Aviv, in Lara the Behema. There's an Isser by Behema as well. Michte. Let's see. Behema mechayvi misos beis dini. Having relations with an animal leads to capital punishment. Lam lidchsiv lahara di dog avichayvi krisus. Now, by Achois Av, where it talks about ha'ara, there's no capital punishment there. It's kores. So liksave, this halacha by ha'ara should have been written gabe chayviv misos beis din. The ligmar chayviv misos beis din, chayviv misos beis din, and not from kores. So the Gemara says, "Hoil v'kulet krola drasha u'da'asi." The whole pasuk is extra, and it's being used for a drasha. Ksiva nami milsa de drasha. Even though it's not written, we learn it as a drasha to behema. Boy minei rav achad, boy baramim rav sheshes. Now, this is a funny case. Hama'ara ba'atzmo mahu. Someone has relations with himself. Okay? That means somehow he puts his penis into his anus. That's what we're talking about, because the man only has one orifice that he could have relations with. So that's what the Gemara is asking. Amar ba'atzmo mahu. Armele kavsin, you fool. That means you're making me disgusted. It's something that can't happen. Amar Vashi, maiti balacha. It's not, what kind of shaila is it? Because bekoishi, if the man has an erection, then lo mishkachasla. It can't happen. But ki mishkachasla b'mishamesh be'voromes. If he's not erect, if he has intercourse with himself with a soft penis. Now, so this is going to be tolu in a machloikes. Lemanda amar mishamish meis barayas potter. In all prohibited relations, if you have relations with a flaccid penis, it's not considered bia. So you'd be potter. So here also you'd be potter. Now, lemanda amar chayiv, the one who says if you have relations even with a non-erect penis, hacham chayiv tarti. Here the man is going to be chayiv. Here the man is going to be chayiv for two. Mechayev ashoichev, he is the penetrator, and umechayev anishkav, and he is the one who's being penetrated. The halacha is that with any relations without an erection is you're not chayiv. Boy mine Rav Sheshes, Nachri abal behema mau. A goy who has relations with an animal. We know that we killed the goy. It's one of the averis of Sheva Mitzvot Bnei Noach, and there is no other punishment for Ben Noach other than death penalty. The shaila is here. What about the animal? Do we say takol of a clone? You need two things. You need a takola is a disaster that occurs, which means the animal led to a person's death. And there's embarrassment. People will see the animal and say, oh, that's the one that they killed Joe because of. So do we need takola uklon? V'hacha takola ikka. Here, this animal did cause a human being to be killed, but klon leka, but there's no embarrassment. This is what goyim do. It's not embarrassment when goyim are found out to be people who have relations with animals. It's not embarrassment for him. O dilma. Maybe you only need one geder. The fact that the animal caused a human being to be killed. So Amrav Sheshes, Tinisua. This has been taught in a Mishnah. You have a tree. A tree doesn't eat, doesn't drink, doesn't smell. But if somebody worshipped the tree as an Asherah, or Avodah Zarah, Amra Torah Ashchei Sarf Akila, just cut it down, burn it, and destroy it. So hoyelu bolo adam takal al yadon. So, and why do we destroy the tree? Because a human being worshipped it and was killed because of it. So an entity that led to the death of a human being certainly should require destruction. So a goy who worships his animal, should we prohibit the animal and kill the animal? But that's not so, because meik immediately Yisrael or Asr Nachri Asr. Can it be more stringent for a goy than a Jew? Because a Jew is not punished for worshiping his animal. The animal's not killed. So maybe Yisrael Gufi Litzer. Maybe a Jew who worships an animal should cause the animal to be killed. Midid avaravia, similar to if a human being has relations with an animal, we kill the animal. Amar Abai says there's different. The human who had relations with the animal, kloina meruba, it's very disgusting. So it's very embarrassing to find out about it. But zeh kloina muad, worshiping a cow as an avodah zarah is less embarrassing. If the animal's left alive, people are not going to go around pointing, oh, that's the cow that was worshipped. It's more embarrassing to be, oh, that's the cow that was that had somebody had sex with. So the Gemara says, but varei lanois, by trees that are worshipped as avodah zarah. Ain't kloina meruba. So that's another example, which is not. It's just an avodah zarah. It's not a big embarrassment. The Torah says to destroy it. So bebalechayim kamrinan. It's the exemption of not destroying the animals by an animal. The chas rachman alei. The Torah has sympathy for the animal. So if there's not a lot of kloin, we don't kill it. The tree is not a living thing. I mean, it's a living thing, but it's not an animal. We can kill it. We can destroy it. Rava gives a differential between worshiping a behema and having relations with the behema. Amr tar behema nenes mavera. The animal also has hanoah during the avera, so teorek, so it should be killed. But varei lonas to amen in mavera. But a tree does not have any benefit. Amr tar ashkei sor fakala. Yet the Torah says to destroy it. So again, by a Baal Chai, the Torah has special rachmanis on an animal. So you have to add both takola and kloin to an animal to kill it. So we don't have an answer about the shaila whether a nochri who has relations with an animal, what happens? So the Rambam paskins, you kill just the goy. We don't kill the animal because we didn't answer Rav Shesh's shaila. Toshma, davar acher shelo tei beima iveres b'shuk v'yom rezui sheniskal ploni al yodam. One of the reasons we kill the animal, we don't want the animal walking around in the market and people point to the animal and say, oh, this is the animal that caused Joe to be killed with skila. Now, my lavmin is safer to call of a kloin. So there's two reasons. There's both the cause of the death of a human being and the embarrassment of people saying if this animal remains alive. So Reisha, just the fact that they killed the person, is takola below kloin. Must be if it's takola and kloin in the sefer, the Reisha must be takola without kloin. And heichidami, it's nochri bala be'ema. Because we said it's only takola without kloin, having a goy having relations with the animal. So why don't we have an answer to our shaila? So Moses says low seifa b'takola v'klon. Yes, the seifa there's both a Jew died and there was embarrassment, but reisha kamashmalon shafilu klon below takola nami mechayvi. That even if there was no cause of death, just embarrassment, we would cause the animal to be killed. What is an example of kloin below takol? Let's say a Jew has relations with the animal where he's not going to be killed. He didn't know that it was usher, so he's considered a shogeg. There, though, we still kill the animal. Kirabai Rav Amnuna, where we said if you do it b'shoigeg, The behemoth is not killed because the shale of misafek, because we don't have the answer to Rav Amnun's shaila, and misafek, we wouldn't kill an animal. Where do we see that it ends up with a suffix? The boy Rav Amnuna, boy Rav Amnuna. Yisrael abala behema b'shogeg mao. A Jew b'shogeg has relations with an animal. He doesn't know that it's prohibited. Do we do skila to the behema or not? Do we know? Do we need takol of a klon be'inon? You need the death of the Jew and the embarrassment. But here is hacha kloin eka takol aleka. You didn't kill the Jew, so there's only embarrassment. Odil madat beklon afal pisha ain't takol. Maybe just there's the animal that the Jew had relations with. That's enough to kill the animal. So we try to bring some proofs. Amrav Yosef Torshma. Bas sholosh shon v'yomechad. Miskadeshes bebiyah. A man who has relations with a 3-year-old girl and says, I'm being mekadesher with bia, the kiddushin works because her bia is considered a bia above the age of 3. And similar, if Reuven and Shimon were brothers and Reuven was married to a girl who was 4 years old, and Reuven dies, and the 4-year-old falls to Shimon, and Shimon has relations with her, im ba alei yovim kana, she becomes his wife because Kinyan of Yibam was through Bia, and this is halachic Bia above the age of 3. If this girl above the age of 3 is married with kiddushin to somebody else, and somebody has relations with her, the man who had relations with her is killed because the Bia is halachic Bia, and she's an Eishes Ish. A man who has relations with a nida, there's a certain tumma. And this girl who's above the age of 3, her bia is considered a halachic bia that's going to metame the one who has relations with her. Nisis lekoyin oicheles betruma. A kohen who lives with his wife can feed her truma. So this is halachic bia. So therefore, he's his wife, she's his wife, and he can feed her truma. Bola echad ben apsulim. Any one of a mamzer and a sin, pasla ben akuna. It passes her because her a goy she's a zona or a halal or a sin or a mamzer. She's pasla ben akuna because her bia ruined her. If there were any prohibited relations with this 3-year-old, a sister, a daughter-in-law, any ones which are asr mumsin al yada, we put the person to death. He, Petura, she's under 12, so she's not killed. Now comes the Gemara. Echad mikol harayos, we said any of the prohibited relations, if she's above 3, it's an avera. Vafilu behema. So if the behema has relations with the girl above 3, l'chura, according to the brayso we learned, we would put him to death. Now, but here there's only kloin. We didn't kill the girl because the katana is potter if she's under 12. So are we saying you kill the behema even though there's only one component, the kloin and not the takola? Uktani mumsin al yada. So that seems to be an answer to our shaila. The Gemara says no. Kivin, the girl was mezida, she was amazing. So takola namiika. Even though she's not punished, because Rachmanu dechasale, but it's still an avera. So there is a takola. Allah didechas, abeim alochas. Perhaps we would say that on her that they have compassion with, but not on the behemoth. So we don't have an answer yet. Amar Rav Toshma. A 9-year-old boy has relations with his sister-in-law, where they didn't have children after the husband died. Kana, he acquires her with that bia. A cotton cannot give a get, so to divorce he has to wait until he's 13. If he has relations with a nida, he becomes tummy like anybody who has bia with a nida. And if she's a bas kohen and she lives with Yisrael, she can't eat truma from her father's house anymore. But if he was a kohen and he had relations regarding kiddushin, eino machil, he cannot feed her truma yet because he has to be an ish. If he has relations with a behema, you can't use that animal as a korban. Viniskelas al yodo. It says the animal is given skila if he has relations with it. Now this seems to be a proof because we don't kill the 9-year-old boy. Now the Brisa continues. The girl is put to death. It means if she was an Ish or a relative, but not him. Here also, you don't put him to death. It's only embarrassment. Yet you're saying so with only one component, we kill the behema. So there's no proof. Even the mezid, since he did it b'mezid, it's a takola. It's only rachmana dechasale. Didei chas rachmana behema chas rachmana. So we have no raya from here. Toshma. We kill the animal. We don't want people pointing at the animal saying, "Oh, that's the animal that caused this guy to get killed." Now, my love me to seifa b'takol of a klein. So in this seifa, we're clearly dealing with the guy, the Jew was killed, and there's embarrassment. So the reisha must be bekloin below takola. Vechidami Yisrael abola behema b'shoikek. So again, low. Seva b'takola v'kloin. Reisha takola below klon. Vechidami nachri abal behema. The goy having relations with the behema because there's no embarrassment because goyim do this thing. So we don't answer the shaila. It's left as a suffix, and like we said, you don't kill the animal misafik. Okay, very good. A tsurba will be